Hello and welcome. You listen to the African States, dear brother and sister. My name is Kindama, and I'm a host of your programs. Once again, I'm here to bring you stories that come from all the way from Maputo or from Mozambique, to be more specific. Just to let you know that Mozambique right now is facing one of the worst situation. He had been going on through many terrible situations. It started from the years of civil war, where was the two part were fighting. We talk about Renamo on one side and Frelimo on the other side. Frelimo is the one controlling the government, and then for all the years until 2090 was when it was, I think was, actually I don't remember when it was, 94, something like that, when they signed the peace treaty. But it never really went well. There have been always fights one side to the other, until the death of Tlacama, the leader of Renamo, and there we say the war was kind of over. But a new group was, coming up. This is where they call Islamic group that is coming up, taking Mozambique by storm. As you may know, Mozambique is kind of, I will not down is a there's a mixture of different groups that is coming into Mozambique. Yeah, there is a really good number of people from Indian descent that in Mozambique we're bringing, and also people from other part of the world, especially with this belief of Islamist insurgency. They find Mozambique a well crafted or a place where they can use this kind of attacks, because Mozambique, they've got some forest there, and then it's easier when they attack, they can go to the forest if in case they um, yeah, they want to hide out. Their hideout is go just to the forest, compared to the other part of the Asia, where it's more what do you call it, a desert. But in Africa, Mozambique in particular, is more forest. Then it's easier for these groups to do an attack and running away. But what's happening in Mozambique is really strange. And then if the government will not do anything, or then it will be a worse situation that will be spreading all over the country. So we don't want to have this kind of insurgency in the country. Not to be not for them to be Islamophobic, but the country should really take consideration on who are the leaders of this, because they always call themselves these names, and the way that comes problem. But the story says like this: after days of heavy fighting in the North Mozambique, there are reports that rebels linked to the so-called Islamic State group have captured a key port. According to multiple sources, the city of Masiboa da Praia was seized by Islamic fight on Tuesday, forcing government troops to flee. Just imagine, you a soldier taking part of the taking, protecting the port, and suddenly you be brutally and heavily fire. You have just to flee on the scenes. You cannot even stay to protect that, so you have to flee. So the troop just run away. I mean, they have to protect their lives. Yeah, that is really sad. What's happening there? This is a heavily blow to Mozambique security force. Yeah, it is low on ammunition and facing a large, well-coordinated rebel attack. Government troops are reported to have abandoned the port of city of Masimboa da Praia, with many soldiers fleeing by boat. Yeah, you see, this is crazy. They saw these guys are coming because it was well coordinated. I mean, these guys didn't know. They're soldiers. they coordinate very well. They know how to attack, and then they go and attack. So the soldiers start running, just like crazy. The question now is whether the rebel will, as they've hinted, try to hold on these state cities. That would make a new escalation in a shadow conflict that represent a major threat to Mozambique and to international plans to develop vast offshore gas field. The rebels have formed a formal ties to ISIS, but are also feeding a local grievances in a long neglected corner of the country. Mozambique's neighbors are watching with growing anxiety. A private security contractor based in South Africa is supplying helicopter support to the army, but the latest attack appeared to show the rebellion is still gaining in strength and sophistication. And if the Mozambican government don't come in power to control these people, will take out of control. And we know in the African countries, even though that Mozambique have got experience of this kind of war because it was fighting the Renamo for many years, but they have to careful because these people have got a different strategy, they've got a different source of income, they've got a people who eager to do whatever they can in order to take over the country, you know. So kudos to Miss President. We want you to defend the country and then do in your power to see if you can be able to protect the population in that part of the world. So, Mr. President, I hope you'll be able to maintain the dignity of the people and control it and try to be free or make the country free from these groups that they want to get hold of the country. Thank you very much for you listening, and remember to subscribe. That will be make us feel really proud. Cheers, buddy.